All right. Hello. I have the pleasure of speaking with special guest, the Carrie Randolph with Chattanooga 2.0, a nonprofit I hear that is focused on literacy, early childhood development. Tell us more about your organization.
All right, thank you so much.
You're
We
welcome.
we are a small but I call us mighty nonprofit who works birth to career to support kids and families in Hamilton County. And as you mentioned, we have three big bets right now: early childhood, which includes kindergarten readiness and quality childcare for families. We have a big literacy initiative. We know that literacy is our foundation for learning in life. And then we have education to workforce initiatives where we're helping Hamilton County school graduates connect to thriving wage jobs.
Oh, I love that. Apart from coming out to speak with me today on this good old Thursday, I've got you here to talk about your new initiative that looks to help kindergarten and middle schoolers prepare for their future after high school. It's called the Chattanooga Future Fund. Break down what it is and how the children of Hamilton County will benefit from it.
I love that. So, and thank you again for this opportunity because we need to spread the word. So, we all know that earning a degree or a credential after high school doesn't have to be a college degree, but doing something after high school we know is almost always necessary to help connect a student to a great career path that lets them live the life that they want to live and to have access and opportunity. So, our community, and I'm proud to live in a community who's doing this, has created a career and college savings account for every kindergartner and every middle school registered in Hamilton County Public Schools over the next 5 years. It is a $150 seed fund for every student that will kickstart their hopefully hope and aspiration for what they want to do once they graduate. But it will also be a way to start investing in every student and their future while they're still in school, so in kindergarten or middle school.
So once the money is dispersed, I guess just talk about how it's going to be dispersed and how families can access this.
Yes, this is the most important piece because it's one thing to have the money, but we have to get it connected to our kids.
Yes.
So starting on January 23rd, they can go to our website, which is ChattanoogaFutureFund.org, and it will ask for some really basic information: student name, student ID, birth date, and zip code. And once that is matched to an eligible student, then they've claimed their $100 initial seed fund and they've claimed their Chattanooga Future Fund account. Then after that step, there's a couple more steps to claim the additional $50 that sets up that savings account for the student for the long term. But really, that first step is super simple, and it'll be active on January 23rd, and just go to the website and sign up.
So with that, is that like a check form that they will be receiving, or it's an actual account that they can, I guess, go to maybe a bank or connect it with their bank account?
Great question. You do not have to have a bank account to sign up for this. So that's one thing I'll say. And it is held with Chattanooga 2.0 in the student's name. And they really, all a family has to do is sign up, and that money appears in that account, and they will have access to that account and can see it at any time through a web portal that we have. They can see how it's growing over time. They can add additional funding, and the community can add additional funds to students' accounts as well. So this is really a community-wide platform where we can invest individually in our students.
So another organization, let's say, wants to invest in this child or multiple children, they can just do that and the family will be able to see that.
That's right. So someone could call me and say, we are so excited about the Future Fund. A business, a community organization, a faith community can call and say, we want to put $10 in every student's account at X school or in the students who attend our programming. And as long as they can provide me the names of those students, we can do that for them. So families can contribute, but so can others. And the money can grow over time and be ready for when that student takes that next step after high school.
I see that it says about 13,500 Hamilton County students in kindergarten and middle school will receive this to pursue education after high school. But let's say they do not want to go to college. Are they still able to access this?
Yes, great question. And that 13,500 is just this year. there'll be overall across the 5-year initiative, and we hope it goes longer than that, but we're focused on the first 5 years. It'll be almost 40,000 students who are eligible in our community. So this year is that 13,500. But such a great question. This is not just about college, because we know that students take many different paths. So the great thing about these accounts is they are can be used for any eligible expense for training beyond high school. So they can be used for housing while you're in training. They can be used to go to the Southeast Lineman Training Center or to a technical training program. So there's lots of, and they can be used for traditional college too, but it's really around any eligible expense. And there's a really broad range of those. It can be used to support a student while they're pursuing an apprenticeship. So really, it's very flexible, and that's the idea here, right? We want, every student has a bright future, and this fund is about connecting each of them as individuals to that future.
This is a financial assistance to the families, and of course, everybody's always going to be like, "Where's the money coming from?" I hope it's, even though it's beneficial to their families, their children, they want to know, where will those funds be coming from?
Yeah, that concern is real, and this is a really important question. There is no tax burden for these funds on families. So let me say that first of all, we are tagging it into programming that avoids any tax burden on a family. So let me say that first. And it grows tax free as well. So this money will grow over time. That's part of the idea. So it's not just about the 150. It's about all that other investment and that money growing over time. So when a student needs it, it's there for them. The money has been raised across our community, and I'm really proud to live in a community who's wrapping themselves around our students in this way. So we have investment from local foundations, including Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee Foundation, from some of our local philanthropy, but also the city of Chattanooga. And we're talking to others about investing. So it is not coming from the school system. Please hear me say that money is really important to serve kids during the school day. And that is not the intent here. This is coming from other places to support our kids. And there's a part of it that is part of a state matching program that's currently available. So there are families who will qualify for a matching 4-to-1 match, meaning for every dollar a family puts in, the state will match it with $4. And we're excited about that partnership. And those families, their income constraints on that, but we will work with families to make sure they get signed up for that match.
Research shows that even small savings accounts can increase college enrollment and graduation rates. Can you elaborate on the impact that this program aims to achieve regarding that? Or was that even anything that you guys had in mind?
Absolutely. I mean, as I mentioned before, we know that high school is so important in preparing students, right? But we know that for those thriving wage jobs, you have to do more. It doesn't have to be 2 or 4 year calls, but you have to do more. And so what we see from some other communities, or actually the research that's really compelling to me, is from the state of Oklahoma, who's had a program for a long time. And for students who did sign up in Oklahoma, they saw that they were 3 times more likely to go to something after high school and 4 times more likely to graduate, even if they had between $100 and $500 in their account. And I think we all know that that amount of money is not that much.
Yeah.
But to our earlier conversation, there's something about having both the money, but also that hope and aspiration and coming up with a plan, as you've talked about. And so that's really what led us to say this is so important, and why we've worked so hard to bring this to our community with many working alongside us. It certainly hasn't just been us at all. This is certainly a community-wide effort. But that's so compelling because we've done a little like research to say, so what if 3 times more students here went and 4 times more graduated? We can estimate the additional earnings for those students. And so it's around $750 million to $1 billion of additional earnings in their lifetime across this 5-year pilot, if we can achieve those results. And that's probably on the conservative side. I mean, so if students are getting there, and because the other thing we know is at least 70%, maybe more, of jobs by 2030 will require some type of training beyond high school. So we know
Yeah.
that this is necessary, right? And high school's working really hard to prepare kids, and I think their high school looks so different than even when I was in it, and we're doing great work there, but this is on top of that.
Yeah.
So I think that research is really important, and we hope to see those results here for our kids and community.
I could definitely see this shaping Chattanooga not only educationally but economically, shaping the landscape of the city with this. So I thank you and your team for even coming up with this initiative.
Thank you so much. And maybe we can come back in a bit and check in on how it's going. That would be great. We'd be open to that anytime. But thank you so much for helping get the word out. We're so grateful.
You can find more information on Chattanooga futurefund.org. It begins January 23rd for Hamilton County students.